75 people. I said that we have done quite a lot for this country with the people of Benue. And when we were burying our people, people said you were crying. And I said, we had the capacity. Then I said, and I spoke on behalf of the people, my people. I said, if it meant fighting a war, I remember I said something like this, I could organize an army of 2 million men in Benue in less than 3 weeks to fight for what these people believe in. The history of this country, the history of the Civil War vindicates that. I came here, some people said, Paul, don't go and make a statement. I said, I will make a statement. If you are elected as the chief executive of a state and you have out of the projected population of about 7 million people, about 2 million are in IDP camps. How would you feel? If you are the governor of Benue or the governor of any state, and you wake up and you see a father and a mother or a brother, people carry some of the horrid pictures I've seen of dead people, including children, who haven't been killed by bullets, are still slaughtered. What is that person expected to do? In a federation such as ours, Mr. Governor, I think that people are telling you all these things. It may look to you as if they are flattering you. You are taking a big risk. And you need your people to, including the APC people. I agree with you entirely, they should have been here. I'm not a politician, but I'm here. I am one of the fathers of this nation. I have finished the 85 years. By the 26th of September this year, I'll be 86. And I'm not well. But I felt for the way you are being forced to be presented to the people of Nigeria. As a governor that is taking his people to prepare them to just unjustly caricature a tribe in Nigeria that we had been very friendly with, the Fulani tribe. I don't think that is what you are doing. I think it's important that the people of Benue should say that you have a serious problem. And the problem is not only that your people are being killed, the problem is that you are being misrepresented to such a level that you may have difficulties of explanations. What do I mean by that? Is it because you are the only person that can speak without being picked up? Because I showed horrid pictures to my brother and my president. I said, Mr. President, look at this type of pictures of slaughter. And this is not from Timland. This is from Idoma land. This is Benue. This is what these people are confronted with. Mr. Governor, it is important that those people who represent Benue in the National Assembly do what you are doing. Nigeria Nigeria needs to know that we have contributed tremendously to building this country when it comes to fighting and dying. And when you die for a country and you don't get protected, when they give the, one of the people who wrote the constitution of this country, all of them have been there, right from the colonial days. There is so much power in the constitution. What is going on in Benue is not right. Nobody is being arrested. Nobody is being charged. You only bring pictures and we see a weeping governor being whipped for weeping. I don't think that is fair. Mr. President, I don't like the picture that I'm getting that you're fighting the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are not. This should be very clear to the people of Nigeria. You have an impossible task where on a daily basis it's becoming. People cry and weep and bring dead people and dump on your doorsteps like they did to the governor in my resident state about 4 days ago. The Plateau, selected Plateau people, after the slaughter in Plateau about 5 days ago, they packed all these, they took a representative number of about 20 bodies and went and dumped them and forced the governor of Plateau to come and sit on top of those dead bodies so that he will see the reality of the problem we have. You are my son, and it looks as if people are presenting you that you are a personal fight with a tribe called Fulani and a personal fight with a man called Mr. President. No. Where are you supposed to report these type of things to? Because they are happening. So I just came here to encourage you. I don't know the solution. The solution is with God and it is with people. But Nigerians must change their minds and decide. We decided on the battlefield that we shall stay one country. And my people, the people of Nigeria, made the supreme sacrifice. We slaughtered on the other side close to 3 million people. I was in the war. And we also, on the federal side, disproportionately, the people of the Middle Belt, particularly the people of Benue, if you took 2 million casualties, about between 50 to 60% of those casualties came from this state. We deserve that our governor should be made to look like a terrorist because he's crying. He's becoming a weeping governor. Mbakwe was the weeping governor after the war in the East. Sam Mbakwe, if you remember. Because he was talking about their people. What you are doing, Mr. Governor, you are crying out that what is happening to your people is not right, and it isn't right. And Mr. President should listen. It is not personal. People who are trying to personalize this are not doing this country well. You cannot have a country and people, because they want anything, they don't like a policy, they want to roam around with their cattle, they should. But if there is a law that says, in this part of Nigeria, when you come here, I'll give you land, put your cattle there, and let them produce even more milk, they become fatter, they'll produce more milk, and then you say, when they're sleeping, let's go and cut their throat. If this is what is happening, and the pictures I saw, and the pictures I presented to my president when I used to talk to him direct, And I said, this is not good enough. And they were from Agatu. They were not even from Tivland. I'm a Tivma. So this is a serious problem. The serious problem is that you, the governor of Benue, are being presented to the world as if you are having a personal fight with the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on some kind of personality trip. You are not. You are saying, Mr. President, other people may talk to you, you may not believe them. I am your governor. Here are the pictures. This is what is actually happening. No matter what disagreements you have with a group of people who have a way of life that they want to live, and you say, this is the law of this place. Let's look at how we can help you. Come, I'll give you land. And then come and talk about all these routes that were made in 1930s, in the 50s. Now, 2021. It's not right. So I think there should be more seriousness attached to the debate you are holding with the federal government. You are a constitutional creation. Mr. President is a constitutional creation. And you people should give the institutions of government a chance to stabilize, which is what you are doing. So within that context, Mr. Governor, I came here to encourage you to have a good dialogue with your president and tell him you are not against Fulani. You are not against Mr. President. But he should look at this reality that you are facing. These are dead bodies. They are not, it's not 1, 2, or 3. On a daily basis, you can produce 7, 8, 9 dead, slaughtered human beings. It just isn't right. And this is not what we fought for. This is not what some of us. I went to prison in this country, political prison, 34 times. This is not the Nigeria I was dreaming of. They shouldn't think you're a small boy. You are not. You represent the people, and they should listen to you. Come and investigate. And if what you're crying is right, let your legislature stop saying you are fighting the president. You are not fighting the president. You are bringing the cries of your people to the president. The president is my personal friend. And I also took those pictures to him. I don't consider myself fighting Mr. President. If we're fighting Mr. President, I would have told you, stop it. Because one day you may be president too, and somebody will fight you. It's not right. But you have a constitutional right to say, this is what is happening in my state. Please, Mr. President, this is where I want assistance. And when you don't get that assistance, you are right in calling your people to tell them. I have cried out to where the Constitution says I should get help. I'm not getting. My people, this is the true situation you know. Please, help yourselves with all these projects which you are saying we should buy machetes. What is machete going to do to an AK-47? You are just crying out for your people. And the same way I'm talking to you, I promise you, when I go back, I will be having a meeting in Abuja in about 2 weeks' time. If I'm allowed, I will say, Mr. President, this is what is happening in our place. And our governor is not confronting you. Our governor is not fighting a personal fight with you. Our governor has a problem of people who have refused to obey the law that was enacted in the state. We cannot have anarchy in Nigeria and fight another civil war. No country can survive 2 civil wars. Please. So, members of the Federal House of Representatives and the senators representing Benue, this is not an Otom's war. Mr. Senator, I don't know whether you're a chief now. If you are, I say Chief Abamoro and my son. This is a very serious thing. Don't abandon this young man to be portrayed as an irresponsible person who has turned a personal disagreement between himself. Why would he have a disagreement with Mr. President? He doesn't have anything personal. He is the chief executive of Benue State. His people, he has shown and proved, they are being slaughtered like chicken. And he doesn't like that. And he's not getting the help he wants. What are you, members of the Federal House? What are you, the National Assembly, doing? You abandoned him. He's being battered. You should take up the fight. This is all I want to speak on. Benue is worth dying for. Benue people are worth protecting. The person you elected has articulated the problem. You who make the law that govern Nigeria, you are here. Abamoro, you, Okeje, please, don't allow this young man to be battered and to be presented like somebody who is causing trouble. He's not a security risk. He's the chief executive officer of this state. He is complaining about something that is happening. And the thing is, damn it, is happening. They are slaughtering people like chicken. It's wrong. Talk about it in the National Assembly. Ask Mr. President to come and answer why he's doing this. And Mr. President has an obligation to the people of Nigeria as the person who should give us security. He is just his assistant. Please, National Assembly, I want to hear more from you. This is not a personal fight. We're exposing this young man. For what?